Okay, Ola, thanks so much for joining us on the programme tonight. The first question I have for you, what do you think were the trends that came out of this Joburg Fashion Week?
Thank you for having me, Rochelle. Well, overall, the Fashion Week was very, very feminine. We saw a lot of dresses. It was structures, again, something very floaty. We've seen a lot of bodycon dresses where the hem are coming a bit shorter now, and we've seen lots of black and whites and a little bit of Spanish or inspired kind of fashion with the rara coming back. So it was a very nice Fashion Week indeed.
How are African designers now beginning to inspire Western designers?
Well, before African fashion, African trend, shall I say, we thought it was just going to be just a trend, but now it seems to be a regular feature in the mainstream fashion. We've seen Donna Karan using the color palette that is inspired from the Bogolan, which is a fabric in Mali. We've seen Michael Kors using a lot of animal print. So I think African fashion is here to stay, and it's a very exciting time for designers of the continent.
So if people are at home now, they're thinking of maybe trying an African print, what kind of advice would you give them?
Well, obviously with African print it can be quite bold and overwhelming for some people. What I would suggest is to keep the rest quite minimalistic. Don't overpower with lots of accessories. Keep it clean, keep it chic, maybe a block color with it. So if you've got print, you wear something which is quite muted, so it would look overall very kind of elegant, and it would not overwhelm people, and it would be wearable in any occasion.
So add a simplistic touch to the bold print that you're trying.
Definitely, but still keep it exciting, because you don't want it to look totally drab. You still have to maintain that, you know, the spirit of the piece that you're wearing.
Absolutely. I mean, fashion is always very hard to predict, but what can you see in the future for African prints? Say by this time next year, what do you think will have happened?
Well, this is a tough one, because in terms of prediction, anything can happen. But I think what might happen is the African designer will go a little bit more with muted palette colors,
right,
not so much with the print, because obviously if you want to appeal to a global fashion world, you kind of have to have a bit of everything. So more muted colors. We've seen it this year in South Africa with David Tlale. His palette was very muted, but he had some punchy colors as well. So I think they will go with more plainer colors, more structured as well, and more tailored. So I think this is what we can expect, and I think as well they will dress the catwalk even more with more theatrical, like Alexander McQueen knows how to do. You'll see that in Africa.
And finally, Ola, we can't let you leave without asking you about the design that you're wearing. It's very bold, very African inspired. Tell us more about it.
Well, I'm the artistic director of the brand Dinola. With my business partner, we decided to do a line. And what I'm wearing is a jumpsuit. And what I loved it, when I saw the fabric, I loved it because it was very Chinese inspired. I didn't think about African fabric. I just thought of the colors. And I just thought mixing it with lace, with another element, that will make it quite, I think, unique in a way. And it's totally what we wanted to project. Something wearable for the office, for the evening. I just have to add big earrings and I'm ready to go out.